Guys, how you doing? This is Rosa from Rosa's Resources. Listen, I feel like a lot of us just take so much things for granted, and there's people out here really suffering. You might think that you're going through hard times, but you're not going through anything when you hear about other people's circumstances. Trust me. When you hear about other people's circumstances, all you can say is, wow, like, thank God for what I got going on, because other people are going through it more rough than you can even imagine. So your situation is just like nothing at all. And I mean nothing at all. Actually, I'm in Long Island right now. I guess this is supposed to be the hood. Huh. It's always like good parts and bad parts. What people call bad parts anyway. Some people in their so-called bad parts are doing good, but they don't even know it. They take things for granted. You know what I mean? Be glad that you took a bath last night. Because believe it or not, somebody didn't. They couldn't. They didn't have any water. They didn't have any electricity. They didn't have any food. Not even water. You know what I mean? A lot of people are living in darkness. Darkness. Lights out. The whole world is dark. You know what I mean? You just gotta peek your head out to find the light in any circumstances that you are, and just know that hope is always on your way. This is Long Island, guys. Funny thing about Long Island or some other areas that you live is like you might go 2 blocks over and there's a whole different atmosphere. So anyway, like over here in Long Island, like in some of the places, a lot of people hang out in different locations like CVS or wherever the little malls are, and try to get like day jobs. You know, they're immigrants, they don't have documents or whatever, so they trying to survive like everybody else. I just want people to know that just because they don't have documents in the United States don't mean that they have to suffer, because they have a lot of resources for you guys. You can get an ID. I know I'm in the state of New York, so it's called ID New York, ID NYC. You could go on the website and you could apply there. I don't know if it's for other states. I could just tell you about New York, but I'm sure if New York have it, other states have it as well. You could go and get a driver's license so you could feed your family. You can get a driver's license. You could start a business here. You can pay taxes. Even if you're non-documented, it's called an ITIN number. And you'll just be able to pay your taxes, so you have a record. One of the things I want to tell people that are that do not have documents is that they should pay their taxes. And they should not work in other people's names, because that could be considered fraudulent, and you don't know what the next person is doing with their identification, doing how many other people work in that same person's identification. You don't know how the other person's name is. If they're so willing to toss their name to other people, you remember your identity is very urgent. It's very important to you. Nobody just gives their identity away like that. It has to be, if you're illegal and the other person is illegal, why would you want to give a person your documents to work off of? No more some kind of scam? It makes no sense to me. It's either the person wants you to work and come to them, build up their resume, because they're so lazy. So they're giving, it looks good like they're giving you their documents, but at the end of the day, now you got to come back to them. You got to give them something for using your paper. It's basically a hustle. You got to give them something for using your paper. I mean, their paper. And then you got to turn around and give them your whole paycheck so they could put it in the bank because they have access to a bank account because they have that number. You don't have to be a slave to nobody. But if you have information, you have wisdom. Okay, this is why just because you don't have document don't mean you have to be a slave to people. So you make these people enslave you by controlling you. Like, it's just so real, guys. It's like, once you surround yourself with other people and the other people's culture, you get to see how these other people live and what they go through. You know what I mean? Some people are living in rooms with 100 people deep. Like, I can't even imagine because I like my space. You know what I mean? So they use these things to control these people just because they don't have documentation. It's just so sad. So everybody they collecting from, they collect like $200 a week from these people or whatever it is. And like I always tell people, try to get that job, or I try and don't have no money, and see how these people treat you. These same people that act like you're at their beck and call and mercy. And see how they treat you. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, I just came on here to say how you doing and deliver this message. There's a lot going on out here that if you're not tapped into, you won't see it because you live in your own life. You know what I mean? You're in your own space. You think whatever's going on in your reality, you think that's what everybody is going through, and that's not true. Some people have to go through some treacherous means to get here in this here America or whatever other countries they drop into from their country, suffering because people tell them there's so much beautiful opportunity, but when they get here, they figure out that they gotta hustle so hard and go through what they gotta go through to make it. Some people are damn less homeless because people turn their backs here. They don't have time to think about you here. It's every man for themselves. Yeah, it's every man for themselves in this part of town. Sad but true, you know? So anyway, in these little areas where you see people hanging out, I just was like talking to this one Mexican man just now, asking him like what's his story, because you know I do interview for a living, so I'm always loving to talk to people and see. I want to know what's going on and how do you get here. Basically, he told me he live around the block and he's just out there trying to look some day work to feed his family. You know what I mean? By any means necessary. But the problem is, he's standing by himself, and there was a car that came up and took a group of people. And the rest of the people that got left behind was looking so hungry and so beaten down, but they just have to stand there and wait their turn. You know, you can't even imagine, like, should that be your circumstances, what these people are really going through, you know? Having children and can't feed them, they're looking in your face with their watery eyes. Mommy, I'm hungry. Daddy, I'm hungry. You have no food to give them because that particular day you went outside. You just didn't get a day job to feed your family. You know what I mean? How could you suffer with somebody through all this trials and tribulation, right? I'm talking about a husband and a wife now. You go through all this down level stuff together. And when you make it out of the hole, you know, when you make it out of the struggle together, then you decide to kick your partner to the side. The partner that's been there through all the rough times with you, to all the struggles, the heartaches, the tears, the everything. You decide to kick this person to the side for a new and a better opportunity, so you think. But that person that you're currently with, I hope they know how to withstand the weather. You know what I mean? Because people could come into your life and tell you, ha ha, kiki. But when the trials come, what if this person don't withstand the weather like your current person or your previous person? You know, like down on ground level with you, they're not going to struggle with you. They only want to up times. You know, I just cannot imagine how I'm in the trenches with someone going through all the fight and all the battle. This person is in my corner, totally 100%. And I get my millions and refuse to share it with them. I'm just not that type of person. I can't even imagine. And on top of that, the blessings that you are supposed to get, real blessing. I'm not talking about no monetary blessing. The blessing you're supposed to get from God, when you treat a person like that, I just don't think the doors open up the way they should for you. But yeah, these things just bring you into reflection, and this is just a reflection morning for me. Just seeing how people have to go through struggles and everything, you know. That just broke my heart, but I know that he'll be okay. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Another example. It's a car wash that I'm passing right now. You have a lot of men there that car wash too. They go there to get work to feed their family. They got to work from day to day. You might not go back and see them tomorrow because they don't have documents. They got to do what they got to do. Some people, they married people for passports, and then when they get their documentation, they leave. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the agreement. It's just a lot, guys. Anyway, sometimes while you're looking through the windows of other people's lives, it's all about perspective. What is really going on in that story? Do you really know? You just see people on the outside until they bring you on the inside of their life. Anyway, guys, leave your comments, like, and share. Thank you.